Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and I am super excited today because I have two things that I want to share with you. But first, this is what we're going to be making today in the tutorial. This is a Father's Day bag, box, whatever you want to call it. It's nice and sturdy. So we're going to be making this today. I'm going to show you how to do all the cuts and everything. Very, very simple to put together, but it makes a nice size bag. I'm going to put a shirt and a gift card in this one so you see how much it's going to hold. And also this can be reinforced. I did reinforce the bottom with chipboard, but you can reinforce the sides and everything too in case you're going to put tools or something in there. You could even reinforce these handles by putting more paper around them if you're going to put tools in there so that it'll be nice and sturdy. So there's lots of different ways to make this even stronger than what it is now. But use a good heavy cardstock to make this with. Now the second thing that I want to tell you is stay till the end of the video because I have some exciting news for you, and it's for you guys because you've asked for it. So I'm planning on doing that, but you have to stay till the end of the video and listen to find out what the surprise is. All right, let's. For this project, you're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock that are 12 by 12. This is going to be a larger type bag so that you can put larger things in there. I'm planning on putting a shirt in mine for my husband, so with a gift card. So this is one that you can put lots of different things in. You're going to start off, like I said, with a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. You're going to score at 1/2 all the way down, and at 3 1/2 all the way down. Whoa, I'm telling you, when I get to that end, I slow down, don't I? And now you're going to turn it to the right. So turn to the right, and you're going to score at 3. There we go. This is a nice heavy cardstock, so I just have to make sure that I press down firmly. Then on your other piece, you're going to do the same scoring. Now you can go ahead and fold and burnish your score lines. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to put a little arch in this paper, so the top of it will be kind of arched. And I'm just using this old oval frame that I have had forever and a day. This is an old Creative Memories cutting frame type thing, and I'm going to use it and just kind of center it up the best that I can. And you want to look from this score line over to here, because this is going to be the front, just from this score line over. So you don't want to go past that. Now let me see if I can find my pencil. We'll use this. So that looks about right. So draw your line from that score line over, like that. That looks pretty good. And now you can trim this out and then lay it on this one so that you'll know that you're getting it the same identical size. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this out. Now when I get over to this score line right here, I'm going to go straight out. I'm not going to keep going down that way, just go straight out at that score line. And then just cut straight out. So just like that. And then I'm just going to lay it down on this one and mark it. That way I know that I have on the exact same. I don't have to worry about me marking one of them wrong. So I'm just laying it on there. And drawing this out again. Like that. And then we'll trim this one out. Okay, so there are your 2 pieces of paper. Now these are going to go together just like this. As you can see, that's going to fit right there. And then this, we're going to put some tape on, and this side will come over to fit that. But right before we do, we want to go ahead and do something else. I am going to grab my little template here. This is just a little oval template that I cut out using my Cricut. If you don't have a Cricut, just find you an oval online, Google it, and just cut you a little template out by that. And I'm going to, and this time I am going to find my pencil, because I don't want to write on this with ink. I'm just going to kind of set this as straight as I can. And then from the score line over this way, I just want to make sure that I get it about the same. So that is 1.5, and looks like that is 1.5. So we're going to put that right there, just like that. And then I'm just going to draw around this. And I just cut my template out 2 or 3 times and then glued them together. It makes it a little bit thicker so that when you're tracing around it, you don't have to worry about it slipping and sliding. So I just got 2 or 3 pieces of scrap paper cut out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this one out, and then I'm going to lay this one on top of that one and do the same thing. So let's go ahead and get this one started. And to start cutting off this, I just punch in the center. You can do this with your X-Acto knife if you want to. To me, it's easier to do it with my little scissors. Okay, now just take this one, lay them together again, and then just mark this and trim this one out, just like we did that other one. Okay, we got those 2 cut out. Right now, what we're going to do is cut up on these lines right here at the bottom. And we're going to wedge in just a little bit on that. Then this piece right here, that score line, all that needs to come off. So that little box, we're just going to trim off like that. And then up here at the top, I'm going to go ahead and trim it just a little bit, wedge it a little bit out. So like that right there. We're going to do this one the same way. So you're just going to trim up. All right, we have both of those trimmed out, and now it's time to put this together. So we are going to put some score tape on these. Now when you're putting score tape on something like this that you're putting together, put it right up at the fold. Make sure I put it on the right side. And peel the backing off of your score tape. And then you're ready to put this down, and what you're gonna do is match these score lines up right here at the bottom. And match that right there, that line right there. Now this may be a little bit off. Don't worry about that. We'll trim that in a minute if we need to. Now we're just going to lay this one over like that and bring this one over to match it. Again, we're going to match those score lines up. Make sure that doesn't go over the score line, and then press that down. Now you've got just a tiny bit sticking up right here, and then a little bit on this side. If that bothers you, you can trim it off. I am not going to worry about that right now. I probably got my oval off just a tiny bit, but I'm not going to worry about it. Once we do some decorating on it, you're not going to be able to tell that anyway. So what we're going to do before we go any further and put all kinds of stuff in there, I cut some other pieces out, and these are just pieces to go around those ovals that I trimmed, because my trimming's not that great, so we want to cover that up a little bit, and I may have to trim them just a tiny bit more in order to get these little open ovals to sit on here and some of this brown not show. So I'm just going to go back in here and just trim a little bit more off. There you go. That's going to sit around that just like that, and that'll kind of cover up any of the little messes that I made on my trimming. So let's go ahead and use our art glitter glue and put this down. And press it in right there. And we're going to put the other one on the other side. Put just a little bit of glue on here. There you go, and now you have your little black ovals around that. So that makes it look much, much better. Now what I have done is cut, and I've only cut these for one side. You can do these on both sides if you want. I have cut some little black strips because I'm going to kind of make this look like a little briefcase type deal. So I have cut some black strips, and these are 3/4, and I do believe they are 8 1/2, 3/4 by 8 1/2. And I'm going to put one right there, and then I've cut these two, and these are 3/4 by 2 1/4. And I'm going to put these, I'm going to join them with these, so I'm going to bring it down until it joins like that. Move it in a little bit, and then this one on this side. So I'm going to put that together like that, and then I'll put some brads or something up here at the top that'll kind of make it look more like a briefcase. So let's go ahead and put some glue on the back of this. I'm going to have to hold this up to make sure that I get it straight. And I'm going to go ahead and glue one end of these down just so that I can tell where to put that other strip. So I'm just going to glue this down here like that. And glue the other one to the other end. So we'll glue that one right there, like that. Then what we're going to do is put this one down up under those, and then we'll glue it down on that side. So just lift those up and slide that in place, just like that. Lift this one up and slide that in place, and then you know that you've got that bottom one pretty well straight since you put these down first. Then you can just go ahead and put a little bit of glue underneath that and underneath this one and glue that down. Like I said, I only cut it for one side. I'm probably not going to put it on the other side, I'm not sure, but you can go ahead and put it on both sides if you want to. Now I'm going to put some stitch marks around this. So that's going to take me just a minute, so I'm probably going to either speed it up or I'll just show you a few and then skip forward until we get to the other part, putting the other part of the bag together. So all I'm doing is taking my white gel pen and I'm just going down through here with some stitch marks. Now you could do a different color if you wanted to. You wouldn't have to do white. I just decided that it would stand out a good bit, and that's what I wanted, so I'm just going to do white on here. So that's what we have right now. I went ahead and put stitch marks around the handle too, and now we're going to go ahead and put this together. So we're going to leave this flap and pull it over since this is going to be the front. So we're going to put some adhesive. I am going to put some adhesive on these to glue down to this and then on this. So I want the bottom to be nice and strong. So let's go ahead and put some adhesive on here, these flaps. Then we're going to load this piece down with adhesive. And then just press that down and press this down and just make sure that everything looks even. I'm going to go in there with my bone folder. Just press that bottom down really, really well. And I still do have to go around the rest of the back. I was waiting for the front to dry so that I wouldn't mess it up. Now we're going to go ahead and put a piece in the bottom. I have got this piece cut at, this is cut at 8 3/8 by 2 3/4. And I'm going to cover this with just a scrap piece of black cardstock. I'm just grabbing a scrap piece out of my scraps over here, and I'm going to cover this. And I'm just using black, but you can match it up to the cardstock that you made it with if you want. I just happen to have the black pieces right beside me, so that's what we're going to use. Okay. Then we're just going to trim around this, just like that, and then we're going to glue that down on the inside. Now, again, I'm just going to use art glitter glue. Take my hand and press that down really well. So we've got that in there. We've got a nice strong bag. Now, to make this bag even stronger, if you want to, I went ahead and cut these pieces, but I'm not sure that I'm going to put them in there. I cut pieces for the side and pieces for these front and back to put chipboard in there. But I'm not sure that I'm going to, simply because this bag seems quite strong as it is, because I made this out of a heavy cardstock. But if you're using a lightweight cardstock, you can go ahead and cut you some pieces of chipboard and put in there on the inside to hold whatever you might have. This is going to hold my shirt and my gift card just fine without a problem at all, because it's nice and heavy. Let's find something I can put in there and I'll show you. Let's just put this down in there. See, that's going to hold it nice and firm, no problem. So, and this is one of those air cans, so you know it weighs a little bit. So I'm going to leave mine like this, but you, like I said, you can go ahead and put that chipboard on the inside if you want. If I make another one and I need one that's really, really strong to hold maybe some tools or something like that, then I would go ahead and put that chipboard on the inside. But with this one just holding the shirt, I'm going to be fine with it. Now I want to put a few little brads and things on the front. Okay, believe it or not, I don't have any brads or buttons, anything that looks real manly in my stash, so I'm just going to use what I have. I've got these little gears, and I'm just going to put them in each corner. These are wood pieces, and you can emboss or color whatever these wood pieces. I'm not going to these because I think they look good with that brown paper, but you can do that if you want to. Hold it up and make sure that I've got them kind of straight. Not going to worry about the glue behind them because that glue is going to dry clear. And then I have some thickers. I didn't want to do Happy Father's Day again because I've got so many of those already. So since this is going to be to my hubby, I've got some thickers that have some things on here that I think I can use. And I think I'm just going to put Love You right there. And these are just some gold foil stickers. I may just put love. No, let's see. Let's see how that's going to fit before I press them down. Love. And then you. Yeah, I think that's going to work. See if that works. Yeah. I like how that looks. And if you wanted to go ahead, you could put Dad or something down here. Let me see if I've got a a little stamp that'll just do Dad. Okay, I didn't find any stamps that would work. Most of them were too large. So I've got one of these little stamp sets. It's just the little wood blocks. And I'm just going to stamp out Dad on here. And then I'm just going to cut this out and put it right there. I'm going to put that there. And I'm probably, kind of stands out like a sore thumb, doesn't it? So let's ink it up a little bit. Let's put some brown ink around it. This is a vintage photo. And then it won't stick out like a sore thumb, hopefully. It'll kind of blend with that brown. There we go. So that looks a lot better. And then let's put it up on a pop dot. There we go. Let's see. That looks good. I like that. All right, so that is it for our little bag for Dad. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to click that little bell when that bell pops up. That will make sure that you're notified when we put up new videos. Also, I wanted to let you guys know, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I have had tons and tons of people asking me, would I do some online classes? I have been putting it off for years and years, but I still have people that ask, and so I think it's probably time for me to go ahead and do that. I'm not traveling as much anymore, so to do classes, you know, on site, so probably online classes would be okay. I think I can squeeze those in my time frame here, but I am going to put up a blog post that'll have all of the information that I have up to this point on them. So if you're interested in online classes, and all of these classes are going to be either 3D projects or cards that are very, very unusual, multi-fold, multi-cut, that kind of thing. It's not going to be simple things. It's not going to be simple things. And nobody is going to be able to get access to the tutorials except the people who buy the classes. And the classes I'm going to keep very, very inexpensive so everybody can afford them if you want one. We will have the kits for the classes as well. We will have like if it's chipboard, we'll have the chipboard in there. We'll have it pre-cut because a lot of people don't have any way to cut chipboard. We'll have paper in there, everything that you would need to do your project. The online classes will also come with free PDFs and free templates. So for everything that we make, there'll be a template and a PDF that you can download and cut your items out if you want to. I'll also try to make cut files for the Cricut for every one of them. But some of them just may not be possible. They may be too large, and you know, Cricut only goes up to 12 inches. So if it's something that's too large for a cut file, I won't be able to make that. But I will make cut files for as many as I can and have those available to only you guys who purchase the classes. So watch for my blog post and let me know if you're interested. If you're interested in them, go ahead and let me know in the link below in the comments, and just let me know that you're interested. Like I said, they're going to be very, very affordable, so just give me a shout out and let me know if you're interested. I know a lot of people have asked, so hopefully we'll have enough interest in it and I can get those going maybe sometime in July. Probably the middle of July is what I'm shooting for right now. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later. Thanks so much.